And then he responds with, well, I don't know. I just felt like kind of weird and uncomfortable being in that circle. And so now that I am out of the church and reflecting on this, I am like, maybe he was onto something. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to The Imaginist. I am Ivan, and I am an ex-Pentecostal Christian. So this is going to be an interesting video because I strongly believe that my church would do a lot of like ritualistic things that sometimes when I was a member, I felt uncomfortable. So I was very young when all of this happened, so I do apologize if I don't say everything because I feel like I just went through so much to the point where like my mind just like wants to erase all those memories. But I hope you guys can understand that, but I'll try my best to give you guys all of the details. So every month my church would have prayer every day for a week. It was usually an hour and a half long, but we would usually pray inside. However, sometimes the pastor would make us pray outside, and you're probably like, would she make you guys kneel on like the ground or something and pray? But no, actually, she made us walk in circles around the church. So in the book of Jericho, sorry, not the book of sorry guys, I meant the book of Joshua. But in the book of Joshua, there's a story of Jericho where God wanted the city of Jericho to be destroyed because the people of Jericho were participating in very weird things like idolatry and pagan worship. And so God wanted to like clear the way for the Israelites to enter the promised land. And so I'll be reading the book of Joshua, chapter 6, which reads, Now the gates of Jericho were securely barred because of the Israelites. No one went out and no one came in. Then the Lord said to Joshua, See, I have delivered Jericho into your hands, along with its king and its fighting men. March around the city once with all the armed men. Do this for 6 days. Have 7 priests carry trumpets on ram's horns in front of the ark. On the 7th day, march around the city 7 times with the priests blowing the trumpets. When you hear them sound a long blast on the trumpets, have the whole army give a loud shout. Then the wall of the city will collapse and the army will go up, everyone straight in. So the pastor wanted us to think of this Bible story while we were walking around the church. And so she wanted us to pray to rebuke any attacks from the enemy, right? The enemy, while we were walking 7 times around the church, just like they did in Jericho. So like imagine driving past my church and just seeing everyone looking down, praying, and walking in circles around the church. So there was another time during the service where the person who was preaching at the time, and I think I even remember the name of the church member, but it was either during or after the sermon where she made every single person make a circle around the entire area. So in our church, we had a main room where we would have the service, and so right when you walk in, there was rows of like benches just like in a traditional church, and then there was an area to pray, and then the pulpit was all the way in the back. And so the lady that was preaching made us make like a huge circle around the benches and also in the praying area, and then she told someone to turn off the lights. And I kid you not, she gave us all candles and she made us walk in a circle praying while we were holding the candle like in our hand. And I remember as a kid, I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, everyone thought it was like totally fine. And so like I was doing like a little bit of research, and apparently this closely resembles like a casting circle that pagans use to like banish like negative energy or like to establish like a protective space for prayer. So I was like, ain't no way they're copying like pagan traditions and like occult traditions. So as a church, we did a lot of prayer circles where we would like hold hands and then pray together. But I remember it feeling weird. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it would always feel like it would make me feel uncomfortable. I remember my little cousin visited my church one time because he was visiting from like out of town, and he was spending the week like at my house, and so my mom wanted him to go, so he ended up coming with us. I remember after the service, it was just like me and him in the car, because my mom was like talking to like another church member outside of the car. And he told me, when we were in that prayer circle, did you feel something weird? And me being so naive and so into the church, I was like, no, why? Even though I felt uncomfortable too. And then he responds with, well, I don't know, I just felt like kind of weird and uncomfortable being in that circle. And so now that I am out of the church and reflecting on this, I am like, maybe he was onto something. Maybe my church was doing hidden rituals. But all of this stuff really sounds ritualistic and kind of cultish to me. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give a like and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you all in the next video.